Bless you.
Thank you.
Awesome. So welcome once again. This is Breakthrough with Jeff, a place where we live life with zero limits, guys. So this is the hot seat. And welcome, Gemma, to the hot seat. Good to meet you.
Thank you. Good to meet
How are
you
you
too.
feeling?
Happy?
Happy. Wow, that's a good place to be. How do you get there, Gemma? Happy. How do you get there? Because I would like to stay there at least longer than I'm doing. Yeah.
It's not actually a static feeling. It changes from time to time. So at this point, I'm feeling happy. Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about yourself. Guys don't know this is actually we are meeting for the first time today. Could you tell me a little bit about yourself so I get to understand where you are? And then we go to the hot seat. You can talk about anything in the hot seat and share with me your story, where you like to go. I'm open.
Okay. I'm Gemma Gidoi, and I'm an entrepreneur. I'm an interior designer. So I decorate spaces for a living.
Oh, nice. How do you look at my office? You think
I was just about to point out that.
Nice, nice. So I can take your number after this, eh?
Yeah, now that you've met me,
yeah,
I think we need to do something.
Awesome. That sounds so
and the
promising.
people will see the changes.
Great. People will see the change.
Yeah. Yes.
So welcome to the hot seat. What would you like to talk about? Where would you like to go?
I would like to talk about my life as one, a woman, and two, someone who's epileptic.
Yeah.
And how
Gima, can you hear me? I've lost you. I've lost something. Yeah.
Now I can hear you.
Yeah, go on.
What
You
did you hear last?
You want to talk about yourself as a woman and someone who is epileptic. Go on.
Yeah.
Go on. Tell me
how
more
it
about
affects
yourself.
my daily day-to-day living, including business.
Including business. Wow.
Yeah.
How does that feel? But it sounds like a lot in one statement. In one small statement, you've said so much.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot, but it's not, because it's one thing. It's me. It's all those. I'm all those.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow. Interesting. So how can I help you in this process? What is it that you like to actualize? What is it that you like to find clarity on? I'm curious about your story as a woman, you know, having a business and also having the challenge you just talked about. Really, I'm interested in that. But it may not be, you know, I'm asking myself, what is it that you really want me to bring clarity on, or this session to bring clarity on?
getting.
Can you hear me? Gima, you're back?
Yes, I'm back.
Sorry about that. These things happen.
Yeah.
I don't know whether it's my side or it's your side.
I'm not sure either.
Yeah, but now you can hear me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with coaching, we go to what is it that you like to attain with this session right here? And what clarity do you like to find? What questions do you have? What kind of vision you like to create that we can use this hot seat to maybe bring more progress to your life? That's the question I asked before before the internet.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly what I would like is not for me as much, but for other people out there who are going through the same thing that I am, and
Yeah.
they seem to think that they're not good enough or incompetent, or they cannot reach their goals, go where they're going, achieve their dreams
Yeah.
because of a situation maybe similar to mine or different from mine, but the same challenges. Yes.
Interesting. So you like your life to be a message for someone out there.
Yeah.
So at this moment in hot seat, we say, forget that anyone is listening. So those guys, no one is listening. It's just Ngema and Jeff. So you're saying you want your life to actually speak out something, to be a voice. Could you tell me what is it that you want? What voice would you like to be out there?
A voice of hope that there is a future in spite of where you come from and what you've been through and what you're going through.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Could you say that
And
again?
everything is
Gima?
possible.
Could you say that again? The voice of?
Hope.
A voice of hope.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. And how did you get there? If we may go that path, how did you get to a place where you can be a voice of hope for other people?
There's no particular way that I got there.
Mm-hmm.
It's just sometimes I'll talk to someone, I'll share my story, and they'll be like, wow. And at first, I didn't think it was anything extraordinary in any way. So we just talk with someone, and then I share my story, and they're like, wow, and you've come this far, you've done this, you've done that. Like, it's not really a big deal. It's normal. And then when someone tells you, no, it's not, like most people would use, or most people would have that thing pulling them backwards, like stopping them from going wherever they're going. And I'm like, oh, okay. So at first, it's not something that I thought it's any extra in any way.
Yeah.
So I would say, like, maybe I can start how I started. I was diagnosed with epilepsy at around 15, but I started suffering from it at 14. So back then, the doctor that I was seeing was using these, whatever they were saying, that you can get epilepsy when you're old, especially when you're, in your teens.
Yeah.
So it couldn't be epilepsy, it had to be something else. And then I was a teenager and I was growing, my body was changing, things were changing, my emotions were changing, and here I am, I have to deal with something I don't know what it is. So for a whole year, I didn't know almost a whole year. I didn't know what it was. And I was in and out of hospitals. I was in a boarding school. I was in high school. And it was very stressful for me. So after about a year, that's when I was diagnosed with epilepsy. That is actually epilepsy. So the emotions are coming back, how it felt back then. So I didn't know how I was going to live my life. I didn't know how things are going to work. The medication was making me very drowsy. So I was half asleep in class. I would not get anything. If I don't take the medication, I'll have an attack. I'm trying so hard to avoid an attack. And I'm also don't want to believe or accept that I'm actually epileptic. So at times I would fail to take my medication and see what will happen. Like, only what will happen. I think this was just a thing that happened and it's meant to go away. So yep, I would fail to take my medication. I would get an attack. I would get frustrated, and then we start all over again. So it took me long, even after high school. At some point, I stopped taking the medication. I'm like, I'm done with school now. I'm okay. I stopped taking medication for, I think, a month or so. And I was not getting the attack. So I'm like, yay, I said, I'm okay. I'm healed. I'm good. I didn't tell anyone I wasn't taking the medication. But mimi tu ndo najua sikunywi. Then I got a major attack. It was a bad one. It was really bad. Because I remember I was in the bathroom and I fell on a tap. They have a name, the startups. It was star-shaped. So it actually went into my neck.
Oh my.
Yeah, I almost died.
I can imagine.
So it was, now that was the time I decided, now when I woke up and I decided, now I have to faithfully take my medication and accept that these are conditions that I have. It might go away or it might not go away, but life has to continue. So that was a turning point for me. I stopped fighting it. And now I tried to understand the condition and know, what is this thing? How can I control the symptoms? How can I control my triggers? How can I, all those things. So it's like, now I've accepted. After I was 14, 18, so after like 4 years, 3-4 years, that's when I accepted the condition.
What did you accept?
I accepted that I'm epileptic. And it's not a part of me, but it's a condition that I have. And I have my dreams, aspirations, and everything. And I don't want them to come to an end because I'm epileptic. So I have to find a way to go around them and just live life. So at that point, and stop hiding it, because I was trying my best to hide it. I thought it was my fault. Like, it's your fault. Where are you getting this? And then, some people would try even tell you, like, you're possessed. This is not a disease like that. It's, ni mashetani. So you think like, I'm possessed. It was a lot of, let me say, trauma, trying to understand this thing and accept it and move on with life at the same time. And also I hated it when people thought that I'm weak. Like, people tell you, don't do this, don't do that. I wanted to get rid of that. I didn't want anybody telling me, don't do this, don't do that, I wanted to be normal. So I had to start with myself.
Did you succeed? Did you succeed?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Being normal.
Yes.
And this is now normal for you.
Yeah, this is normal.
It's normal. Okay.
Yes.
There's a question I asked there. What did you accept? Because I know, I mean, I see the part of you that is a warrior, and it's really amazing. The way you're coming out and you can conquer anything, overcome, and get on the other side. I also know that life and awareness goes in layers, and you peel one layer of awareness and acceptance, then there is a deeper layer of acceptance.
Yeah.
And every time there could be pain of peeling, yeah, one layer after another. But every time you go deeper in terms of awareness and what am I accepting? What am I accepting? Like, it's one thing to accept this is a sickness that I've got. It's another thing to accept it's part of me, it's my identity, it's who I am. That's a deeper level of acceptance. That's why I was seeking clarity on what did you accept when you get, yeah, you want to say something?
Yeah. You say two things: accepting that these are condition I have,
Yeah.
and also accepting that this is the condition is a part of who I am.
Yes.
Or who,
It's your identity.
well, I don't identify with it like it's my identity. It's not my identity.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
feel it's a condition
Yeah.
like any other, but it's not
Yes.
my identity.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Awesome. That's a good place to be. Can we breathe there? Can we just take a deep breath? Like you know how to breathe in. I teach people how to breathe. It's interesting. People forget how to. Yes, there. Into your
Yeah.
belly, like deep breath in through the nose. Let's go in and just hold it there. Feel your power. Feel yourself grounded, and then out. Yeah. How does that feel?
Relaxing.
Relaxing. Awesome.
Yeah.
So we are talking about you accepting. And I don't know what you see in the story where we are right now in that context. You see the sickness, but also see the strong part of you, the warrior, the unstoppable you. I don't know, what else do you see in that story?
I also see this girl who's also scared,
Yeah.
in as much as I've accepted it, and it's scary sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
sometimes I feel like I have these fears, like driving.
Yeah.
I've talked to my doctor several times, and epilepsy is different
Yeah.
with everyone. It's very different. It's not the same in any two people. It's very
Mhm.
different.
Yeah.
So it's not a condition that it's like this is how it is, these are the triggers. No. It's different with every single person.
Yeah.
So I had even talked to my doctor and blah blah, and told me, yes, you can drive, but you have to do this, do that. There are conditions. And
Yeah.
sometimes I'll say right now that is my biggest fear. Like, am I ready to drive? Should I wait a little bit longer? What if something happens? What if, on the road? So I have that fear. Although the doctor said it's okay, I still have that fear. Now that is my fear currently. Before this fear, there was another one. I wasn't sure if I was going to have a baby. I'm a mother of a 7-year-old. Okay, 6 going 7. Yeah.
Amen to that.
So that was my biggest fear before I had my baby.
Yeah.
Because we had discussed it with the doctor, and the doctor told me, yes, you can have your baby, but here are the dangers. So it's either you take them or you decide not to. So there's this one time I kept on asking him and asking anything. One day he told me, "Hey, by the way, you can't have your cake and eat it. Choose one."
Yeah.
So I chose to go ahead. I was like, okay, whatever happens.
Yes.
So the dangers were, they were big. Like the baby could have it's called congenital deformities.
Yeah.
Because of the medication. I could miscarry. I could even lose my life because of the hormonal changes.
Yeah.
And if it goes the wrong way, that means I'll have attacks. Like you can even have, several attacks in a day. Wow. And one attack when you're pregnant, it means there's no oxygen to the baby. Oh. And high chances of, congenital deformities. And I was like, okay. So that was at that point, that was so scary, but I decided to go ahead. And I actually accepted whatever in my head. I started looking at congenital deformities of, newborns, how to deal with them, which ones are major. So I was ready. Even when I was going for my scans, I was ready. Awesome. The first scan, if the doctor told me the baby has a problem, I was ready to, have a special child. I was ready. So after the first scan, the baby was okay. Another scan after a few months, the baby was okay. And then I was asking, are you sure? Ebu angalia vizuri. I even took the 3D. There's a 3D one where you can see clearly. Yeah. And the doctor was like, see, the baby is good. And then I still sikuwa nafurahia. I'll wait until the baby comes so that I can see for myself. Yeah. The baby came. And the baby was very healthy. I waited now, since there are no physical deformities that I can see. Let me see if he'll have breathing problems, maybe in yuko ndani. I was waiting, I was ready. Yeah. Until about 4 years, that's when I was like, oh, my baby is okay. Hakuna tushida tumejificha mahali. So, yeah. Wow. So that was my biggest fear. So when you overcome one, there's another one. Yeah. You overcome one, as you've said, there's another one.
Yeah. And what is it that really makes you so strong? What makes you so strong? I'm curious.
My drive to make it in life and to be what I want to be.
What drives you? What really drives you? What drives you to make it in life and get what you want? What is that drives you? Is it a God somewhere? Is it some, maybe a story your grandma told you or your pastor? I mean, where did you get this from? What's your source?
I would say my mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mom. She brought us up in a way where we didn't know that there are impossibilities in life.
I like that. I like that.
She was that, that Kikuyu woman who there is no haiwezekani.
Yes.
So yeah, even if it doesn't matter what happens, you have to make it. So things have to work. You have to find a way around it, under, above, all that.
But you have to get it.
Yes, you have to. So that has always been my attitude, actually. So I want to be what I want to be.
Yeah. And make it happen.
Yes.
It's a must.
And I have to. No, it's a must. And I need to be happy. And there's no one else to make me happy. I have to make myself happy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, I have to achieve my dreams. I cannot wait for someone to come and help me achieve my dreams. So I have to do it.
Amazing.
And I won't sit back and say, since I can't wake up in the morning because of this and this is what will happen. I had to, go above that, because actually in high school, the whole of high school,
Yeah.
I could not attend morning preps because back then my auras used to come in the morning.
Yeah.
Auras is the feeling like the feeling you get before you get an attack.
Yes.
So I had to sleep until that time when I open my eyes and the feeling is gone. Then I know it's safe. I can wake up. So I never attended morning preps, but it was not an excuse to say, I won't perform or sitakuwa because I can't do this. So I had to find my way. From that time, I had to find my way around it. So
interesting. This is so powerful. And Gemma, can you okay? This is so powerful. This is awesome. When you tell me you're going to change the world, there's no doubts. There's no doubts about it. So tell me, what is life about to you? What is life about? Having this challenge and going through what you've gone through, overcoming so much. What is this life about to you? Because I know life is about so many things to so many people. Is life about overcoming? Is life about challenges? What is life about to you?
To me, life is about touching lives.
Wow.
That is what life is about to me.
And when you touch lives...
Not about challenges. Challenges is just a part of life. It doesn't matter where you're born, where you came from. Challenges will always be there. It's something you overcome. It's a part of life.
Yes. Wow. So life is about touching life. So what is the next touch? How are you touching lives? What is the vision like? That the next unstoppable vision for you that you'd like to bring in this discussion?
For me, my vision will be, I lean mostly towards women and girls.
Okay. I have both.
And children.
Yes.
So when you go to women, you definitely go to girls and
children.
And children. So in what I do, I deal with women who are struggling to survive. And it's always been my dream for them to have hope in spite of what they're going through. So usually what I do in my work, I tend to employ such women, but not permanent. I'm not at a position where I can permanently employ them.
Yeah.
So I have fundis who do stitching for me. Doesn't matter what I'm doing, any kind of job that I have.
Yeah.
And you see, anytime you empower a woman, you empower a family. Because women put their kids first.
Yeah.
I'm where I am because my mom sacrificed so much to see me where I am right now.
Interesting. Yeah.
So for me, my dream is to empower women. Because when you empower women, you're actually empowering that child down there, that baby who they don't know if they'll have a future or not. They don't know if they'll go to school or not. That has always been my dream.
Yeah. And yeah, when you look at your life, I mean, I don't know whether you've ever looked at from where you are right now to perhaps the last day on the planet and look and ask yourself, what kind of impact do I want to leave behind? What kind of a name, do I see beside my name in terms of impact? Are you clear there, or is that something that you'd like to bring a conversation on?
I wouldn't say it's quite clear because, as you say, you think of one thing. When you start doing that, you see another thing. Then you start doing that, then another one comes, and then you're like, hey, I can't do everything. I need to decide. I'm not God. So I need to decide how far can I go or
Yes.
what can I do. So I'm still mixed up there, but my target being women and
Yeah.
kids. So I'm still trying to work on it.
So that's our conversation.
And every time,
yeah.
yeah,
Go
because
on.
every time I try to, there's a time when I had my baby, when I was having those challenges and my baby came and he was healthy. And then I started thinking of the disabled kids and disabled people, family, things they're going. And I wanted to start something that it would get them help. So I would walk on the streets and then you see a disabled child and they're there begging. And up to this day, it really hurts me. So I don't like that.
Yeah.
Then when you get deep, there's seeing and then there's getting engaged. So when you get engaged and you start going deep, you actually realize, hey, wait a minute, ini biashara. What are you trying? You even get threats like, stay off, keep off.
Yeah.
But ni biashara for someone bigger, because those kids will prefer to go to school. They would love to have normal lives. Disability does not mean you're not normal. They would love to have normal lives.
Yeah.
But they can't. So you find that like that one, I thought it was as simple as get the person who's begging, get some help for them, talk to a certain school, get them admitted, get someone to donate this, but then you realize that, by the way, hii area yote, huyu ndio amesimamia. And they are protected. So
yeah.
where do you even start?
Yeah.
So every time you try to do something, there are challenges, but I'm still trying to work through them.
Yeah. You and challenges, that's not, it's easy for you to overcome challenges, right? When you connect to that warrior within you.
Yeah, I believe nothing is impossible.
Yeah, especially when you look back to what you've been through, nothing can stop you.
Nothing.
Now, if you look at life in terms of the warrior side, and then look at that as a wealth that God has given you, the wealth to fight. Perhaps we can call it the fighting wealth. And then there's another area of life, we can call it the wealth of love and connection. And I'm talking about self-love and connection with yourself. Because sometimes the warrior focuses so much on other people, focuses on so much on fighting for the world, and deep inside, the warrior.
Yeah, actually, that's true. Yes.
Yeah.
That is very true. Yeah.
Do you relate with that?
A lot.
How do you relate with that? Tell me more.
Like, until recently, I used to think of everyone else. I used to put everyone else before me. I used to come last, like, mimi nitajisort, mi nitafanya, you're thinking about others. Huyu nikimwacha, nikimsort hivi, this will happen, that will happen. Me, I have time, me, I can do this for myself. I can. So I relate a lot, and I had to actually start thinking of myself and not feeling guilty about taking care of myself.
Awesome.
And the first thing I did, I went to therapy.
And
it took a lot of strength. Looking into therapy, I'm like, this money I'm using. See, there's someone who does not have food somewhere.
Yeah.
One session is enough, nibaie mtu shopping ya mwezi mzima ako sawa. And they'll be very. So it took a lot of strength, mental strength, to actually accept that I need to take care of myself. I'm still working on it. It's not something that is flowing, but yeah, I'm still working on it.
When it's
but I put other people ahead
Yeah.
in front of me. So
Yeah, because I see, you know, as a warrior, if you ask me as a coach, if I start something, is it going to succeed? Will I make it? I have no doubts about it. In fact, if I'm coaching you like for a long period of time, I wouldn't focus on helping you to attain a goal. That would be a waste of my time and your time because you have it. You know what I would focus on? Building that inner wealth, building that self-love, connecting with yourself, connecting with that queen within you, that inner beauty, feeling that, appreciating and loving yourself, appreciating every moment and really getting that juice of every moment. And I know if we walked a journey that helped you do that, at the next 10 years, 20 years, 50 years, I don't know how long God will give you, look back and say, that's a life worth living. I'm so proud of myself. When you connect with someone, those women, you're connecting with them not from this place, from here, from a grounded place. Then you come back to your kids, the same thing. Does that make sense?
yeah, it does.
Yeah, yeah. So that's the kind of wealth that if you are to ask me between, you know, the one for being the star out there and putting the star in here, this is the true wealth for me. And this is what I do as a coach, is actually here. Is
Yeah, it
to
makes a
help
lot of
with
sense.
walk this journey,
Yeah.
self-acceptance, you know, and I mean, where you are right now, how does that look like in the next 1 year if you walked that journey of self-love and discover not just the warrior, but the lover within you? How would that look like in your relationship? And how that look like in, you know, every quality time you have with someone, with all those women? It will go more than just money. It's really a deep impact. Don't you relate with that?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. So how does it look like when you close your eyes? And you can go ahead, take a deep breath once again. I like that. Just be in this moment, own this space. This is your space. Feel it. In and count 10 and hold it in your belly. And then out slowly. Yeah.
So that would be something like Kedoi, who has boundaries
Yeah.
and respects them,
Yeah.
who makes time for herself to recharge.
Yeah.
That way, I'm able to reach out to more people.
Nice.
I'm able to understand where they're coming from. And actually, that will make me achieve what I want faster because I
Yes.
won't give up.
Yes.
I
The
won't
fuel.
give in to my frustrations
Yes.
because I'm fueled. I have renewed energy for myself. I've taken care of myself fast.
Yeah.
So that leaves me with more to give out. Because actually, what happens is I give, I get frustrated.
Yeah.
I take a break for 3 months.
Yeah.
Then that break, I'm still not taking care of myself.
Yes.
I'm feeling guilty about giving up.
Then you come back
And
again to give and give and give. I hear you.
yeah, without
Yeah.
recharging.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. So this is that layer we are peeling. Is that deeper layer.
Yeah.
And it takes courage. It takes courage. In fact, if I had, you know, this is branded breakthrough with Jeff, but maybe I need one branded courage because that's so powerful. The courage to look within, in spite of what everyone is saying. And there are many voices, including the voice of what you went through and the voice of the challenges of the past. Because this is a different voice. This one for self-love is telling you, slow down, feel, connect, accept me. There's a voice crying. I don't know whether you can hear it. Accept me. And that's your true self. And just allow her and to show up. So in our next session, this is my assignment for you, and I've enjoyed our conversation with you. My assignment is, I'd like you to paint a perfect day for that new you, the new you that is looking within, that the new you that is the lover. So the perfect day, how does the perfect day look like? How does she wake up feeling? What is her vision? Who does she spend most of her time with? Yeah. So it's just the perfect day is the one that you say, wow, this day I enjoyed everything. How does that day look like? And then from there, you're going to create a vision together. In our next session, we'll create a vision. My expectation is you come with a clear vision of your perfect day. And then we use that to create how the rest of your life will be. I am looking forward to this. And thank you so much for sharing so authentically and so powerfully. You're really a strong warrior and a strong lover within. So now we are learning that, connecting with that lover, that lover within, because that's the true power. That's the true strength. Yeah. And I'm happy you can connect with that.
Thank you.
So we can do another session soon. Is that okay?
Sure.
Yeah. Awesome. Great. So thank you so much. Have a blessed night. It's good to really connect with you. For sure, I didn't know you. I'm so inspired. I only coach clients who inspire me. Yeah, it sounds selfish, right? It's called self-love. So
that place where I'm trying to get to.
Yeah, that's where we are going. And I guarantee you, we will get there. With the warrior can help. We use the warrior's strength to actually unleash the lover within. The lover is different from the warrior. You feel those different energies? The warrior is all going. The lover is connecting and sweet and appreciating of herself and appreciating every moment. And so I've given you the assignment on the ideal day. I would like to add something else there, a question that we can do together. Now, this is a question of the lover. You see the question of the warrior. The warrior is asking, what question is the warrior asking? How can I change the world? How can I change the world? That's the question of the warrior. What is the question of the lover? How can I appreciate this moment right now and make it even better? How can I appreciate this moment right now and make it even better? So for this week, before we meet, my recommendation is ask that question in every moment, even as you're sleeping, even as you're facing challenges, you're not facing them as the warrior. I want you to face them as the lover. How can I appreciate this moment and make it even better? Is that doable?
Yeah. Awesome. Yes, it is.
Awesome. So take care of yourself. See you again in the next session. Looking forward. God bless.
That was a good one.